Brave, selfless, dedicated. Friday, the 26th of April, 2024 marked a final goodbye in this world to a martyred national hero.
इनकी ये कुर्बानी ज़ाहिर करती है कि वो पाकिस्तान से मौत के डर से नहीं आए थे, बल्कि जो मजहबी पाबंदियाँ अहमदियों पर लगाई जाती हैं उनसे तंग आकर मुल्क छोड़ा था, जहाँ उन्हें अल्लाह और उसके रसूल का नाम लेने से रोका जाता है.
Sydney is tonight a city still in shock.
5 days since the murder of 6 innocent people in Westfield shopping centre in Sydney's Bondi.
Security guard Faraz Tahir was stabbed as he wrestled with a knife-wielding Joel Couchy. His friends and members of the Muslim community returned today to honour his memory.
In that respect, he is a hero.
There is one very special terminology in Islam that is called shaheed, the martyred. As Faraz Tahir is concerned, our very dear and beloved comes under that terminology which has been used several times. Definitely he will have a great status in the eyes of God Almighty.
There is a news that we have heard that Faraz Ahmad Tahir is one of the victims of this incident. That's where I was really shocked. The guy who has a lot of dreams, a lot of ambitions. I started praying straight away. So I was not going to believe this news.
We couldn't believe it. Even till now, we couldn't believe it that he is no more. But somehow we have to believe it because he is no more.
उसकी बहादुरी मुझे बहुत पसंद आई. सारी दुनिया पीछे भाग रही है, वो आगे उसको पकड़ के खड़ा हुआ है. वो बचपन से बहुत बहादुर. और वैसे भी हमारा जो मसलक है अहमदिया मुस्लिम कम्युनिटी, हमें बचपन से ये तालीम देती है कि बहादुरी के साथ हर चीज़ का मुकाबला करें.
His colleague Taha also mentioned, so when we heard the noise, so rather than people was running around to save their life, but he was brave enough, so he didn't even think once and went towards the noise, and there where he confronted that guy who was with the knife. He stabbed him. He tried his level best to save the community.
ऑस्ट्रेलिया के शहर सिडनी के एक मशहूर इलाका बंडाई के एक शॉपिंग सेंटर में एक ऑस्ट्रेलियन शख्स ने उन्हें चाकू के वार करके शहीद कर दिया. इन्ना लिल्लाहि व इन्ना इलैहि राजिऊन. मरहूम शॉपिंग सेंटर में बतौर सिक्योरिटी गार्ड काम कर रहे थे. मरहूम की उम्र 30 बरस की थी और गैर शादीशुदा थे. इस हमले में 12 अफराद ज़ख्मी हुए और 6 अफराद की वफ़ात हुई. वफ़ात पाने वाले 6 अफराद में से 5 ख़वातीन थीं.
So one of my colleague contacted me, Shajar, do you know this guy Faraz Ahmad Tahir personally? So I was a little bit surprised. I say, yes, I knew him. So he's our community member. He said there is an incident happening at Bondi, Westfield, and he was on duty and we are not getting very good news from the site. So when I came to know, I straight away informed his first contact, Ishfaq Saab, and then I informed Amir Saab, I'm getting such kind of news. Please pray. But at the end of the day, so when police officially announced, we were shocked. Being community, being individual, he was in contact with me. The guy who was looking for his future, looking for his family, looking to settle down. It was too devastating and shocking for everyone.
In the wake of tragedy, Australia united in grief and solidarity. The Ahmadiyya Muslim Community Australia stood shoulder to shoulder with their fellow Australians attending multiple vigils for the 6 innocent souls lost in the Bondi attack.
We had him with us 72 hours ago at the occasion of Eid. He was part of a moving team and helping them with the security duties. Now we have lost him. Inna lillahi wa inna ilaihi raji'un.
21 अप्रैल रोज़ इतवार को ऑस्ट्रेलियन गवर्नमेंट की तरफ से शॉपिंग मॉल के करीब एक प्रोग्राम मुनक़िद किया गया। इसका मकसद उन तमाम अफराद को खराज अक़ीदत पेश करना था जो इस वाक़े में वफ़ात पा गए हैं। इस प्रोग्राम में वज़ीर आज़म ऑस्ट्रेलिया, प्रीमियर न्यू साउथ वेल्स, अपोजिशन लीडर, मेंबर ऑफ पार्लियामेंट्स, लोकल और दूसरी कौंसिल के मेंबर्स भी, मेयर्स, पुलिस और आर्मी और नेवी के आला अफसरान कसीर तादाद में, मीडिया और ज़िंदगी के दूसरे शोबा जात से ताल्लुक़ रखने वाले आला अफसरान ने शिरकत की। इस मौके पर जमात के मेंबरान को भी इस प्रोग्राम में मदऊ किया गया था।
The purpose of us coming up here is to show solidarity for all 6 Australians who have lost their lives. This is our way to let community know that while we may not light the candles, we are still up there. We are there to be part of their losses, and we feel what they went through. As we all know that being a Khudamul MTA, we pledge that we'll always be ready to sacrifice our life for the sake of our faith, country and nation. Faraz, our dear brother, he had an opportunity to live by with that pledge, and he did that. Alhamdulillah has been considered a big opportunity for us to share what Islam actually stands for. I remember when this event actually happened, and as the things were unfolding, there were a lot of hatred towards Islam which have been expressed. But when people listen these stories, when they find out what actually happens, and when they realize that, well, what true Islam stands for is effectively to save your fellow brothers. What true Islam stands for is to help others in their time of needs. That helps to change the perspective of Islam. And there's a lot of broader coverage that have happened up from there. So we can see so many messages that have turned around. A lot of people who have not met any Muslim before, their views of Islam were driven by what have been said out into general public for a number of years. They came out and they said, look, now we understand what Islam stands for. Now we understand that while you could still have your faith and you could still be strong in your faith, but still a very strong believer of your country and always ready to protect it. So I think in a way, alhamdulillah, with Faraz martyrdom, we had an opportunity to let broader communities know about it, and media have helped us to get that message out.
By paying the ultimate sacrifice, Faraz Ahmad Tahir, through his martyrdom, shone a bright light on Islam Ahmadiyyat and its teachings. 120 media outlets covered the story related to late Faraz Sahib's heroics in saving others.
Faraz Ahmad Tahir was a very humble, friendly and jolly person who loved to meet and greet. Wherever he moved, he first of all contacted the Jamaat. And the Jamaat members were very much familiar with him. And although it was nearly few months here in Australia, so he made connections with all the Jamaat members to do any kind of duty. If he was available, he was always there. His Qaid Sahib was narrating that during Yom Masih Maud, he was given the duty to serve the dinner to the community, and then he was also doing his duty on Eid.
He was very obedient. Whenever I called him, I asked for help, he was always available. So here I would like to mention a specific incident for Eid. On Eid day, I picked him for a duty around 7 o'clock in the morning, and he came as he committed, and on the way he told me that he worked last night. That was his casual shift, that was not planned shift, so he did not sleep a single minute. So I was really impressed by this, and Around 10 o'clock, I asked him that if you want to finish, you can finish and go home, so have some sleep and rest, because we will finish late. So he said, no, I started it with team and I will finish it team regardless how long it takes. So finish around 2 o'clock, till 2 o'clock he was with us, working with us, helping with us, and around 2 o'clock I drop him back at home. So that was my last face-to-face conversation with him, and after 2 days this incident happened.
He was very happy, he was joyous, so every time he was saying that, oh, I'm happy here, this very good place, at least I can pray, I can go to my mosque, I can say that I'm an Ahmadi Muslim. So he was very happy.
This Friday, after travelling from Pakistan and UK, the family of Faraz Ahmad Tahir Shaheed was present for the final prayers and lowering him into his final resting place. Late Faraz Sahib was also honoured by the Prime Minister of Australia and Premier of New South Wales.
Every tribute paid by those closest to him has touched on the sense of obligation he felt to the nation that had given him refuge and the community that had embraced him. His kindness uplifted all those it touched, and it inspired all those who witnessed it. Faraz Tahir gave everything to help others. His time, his energy, his optimism and dedication, his heart and his soul. And on that devastating Saturday afternoon at Bondi Junction, he gave his life, running toward danger to protect people he had never met. As it says up here, love for all, hatred for none. Without doubt, he helped save lives that day. And without question, Faraz Tahir died a national hero.
Friends, as a community, New South Wales is heartbroken today as we farewell Faraz. And you should be proud of him as a friend of someone that you loved. But in the end, in the final analysis, we can just say that he was a good man, a warm-hearted person, and he was a hero of our state.
We are very proud of him because it is Islam, our religion, it says that if you save even one human, you save all the humanity.
It's incredibly important for people to come together and to realize that the fears that they have are shared by others, and the hope that they have is shared by others as well, because people together are invincible and on our own we're very vulnerable. It's also important to come together and to honour the memory of a very decent person, Mr. Faraz Tahir, God rest his soul, who was taken so prematurely. The plans, the ideas that he had to live out, never to happen, and we have to become his arms and legs to be able to do the things that he wanted to do.
Our brother, whose name was Faraz Ahmad Tahir, who sacrificed his life defending, and protecting Australians, which is recognized by the Prime Minister and the Premier as well. Name Faraz also in Arabic means the one who has a elevated status. So I think as his name was, God has elevated his station, not in this world, but even we hope that in the heaven as well. But he did, really a great job. He was well actually known to all of us and very dedicated to the service of Jamaat.
From Faraz habits, definitely he always put others in front of him. So I would say that we also need to put humanity first. So we need to think about others rather than just thinking about ourselves. So that was Faraz's habit. That exactly he did on that day. And I would like to follow his example. And we youth can follow his example and make this country progress and more beautiful.
He did everything he wanted to do, but in the end he couldn't did anything for himself.
उसने अपनी कभी नहीं अपना आराम नहीं देखा और अपनी परवाह नहीं की, दूसरों की हमेशा परवाह की, छुप छुप के मदद की लोगों की। किसी को ये तो हमें उसके बाद पता चल रहा है कि उसने क्या क्या कुछ किया अब परदेश में रह के। बस अल्लाह ताला ने अब सब्र दिया, अब हम सब्र के साथ सारी ज़िंदगी उसको अच्छे अल्फाज में याद रखेंगे।
बहुत जल्दी थी अपने प्यारों से मिलने की, अम्मी अब्बू से मिलने की बहुत जल्दी थी। वो चला गया, खुदा उसको जन्नत फिरदौस में आला मुकाम दे, उसके दर्जात बुलंद करे।
वो शख्स तो धड़कन में